Alright, let's give the first 90 a go. Oh my god, I cannot. Bro, I'm actually insane right now. I've actually progressed so much in this month, man. I'm cracked. Yo, what's up, guys? My name is Woods, and in today's video, what I'm going to be doing is my 1 month progression from a controller that I used to play on Xbox to an actual mouse and keyboard that I did go ahead and buy recently so I could make this video. And now, if you don't know the story about me, I've played since Xbox 360. When I was a kid, probably around about 6 years old, I started using the Xbox controller. So I've always been on controller my whole life. And I finally wanted to make the switch to keyboard and mouse because I just saw how much more potential there could be in me and how much better I could get. And if you're looking at the same potential for yourself and you want to also get better on keyboard and mouse, then make sure you watch to the end of today's video because I promise you I'll give some great pointers and tips that I found along the way of my journey that I struggle on. And drop a like on today's video if you guys are also wanting to switch from controller to keyboard and mouse, and I want to see the amount of people that do want to switch because I'm genuinely curious. Also, if you've never seen me before and want to join me on my progressions on getting better on keyboard and mouse, and you want to see an up-to-date videos and stuff like that of me getting better, then make sure to subscribe and comment if you want to see them. So let's watch along and see how I got better in a week, and then after that we'll go ahead and start to have the month's footage of me getting better in a bit, guys, and I hope you enjoy. So day 1 started out and I was struggling with 90s and I started getting down to basics. I started to add flaws in and it got quite complicated, so I moved on to editing and had a go at that. It wasn't easy, however I finally got a bit of the hang of the simple editing mechanics. I then moved on to actually shooting and trying to train my aim just a little bit on courses. I then started trying some jump shots and some more difficult edits because I knew I was going to have to start using them in games. I started to struggle quite a lot when it came to finding kills, however I found out quite quickly that I'm pretty good with an SMG and I have some deadly aim when it comes to spraying. Games continued and I started having to use my shotgun, and I feel like my shotgun was a weakness because I had some really bad aim because obviously I had no aim assist. However, I didn't give up there and I had another go at some edit courses to see if I've improved at all, and of course I had improved a little bit. I started mastering the 90 and that was a key element to building. Editing did not come easy and I struggled for a while and I practiced it a lot. So we're coming out to the end and perfect. Okay, we actually got our best time so far today, and that is actually 6:50, which is about 40 seconds better than I think the previous time on the run that I last recorded. So we've actually progressed quite a bit today on the editing side of things, and I think we can go ahead and move on much further than that in the future. Okay, so it's been a couple of days, I think it's around day 10 now, and I actually thought to myself that we could play a bit of Search and Destroy because it's a little bit competitive as I can get better at aiming, because it only really consists of aiming and there's not really any building to it, and hopefully I can make some good progression on aim because last week I sucked severely on aim. So day 10 started out and I started to work on my aim in Search and Destroy. I started out with a pistol, which was pretty good because I could try and be precise with it and land my shots. Oh, okay, we got another one. Oh my god. It then came down to the SMG again, where I excelled in because I found it was easy to shake my mouse and spray at the same time and without using aim assist. Oh my god, dude. Okay, that's been it for day 10. I'm going to go ahead and grind this a little bit more, but that's all the clips I want to go ahead and record for day 10. And then I'm going to move on a couple of days like to day 12, and we'll see how we can progress more and maybe arena or something like that. What I thought we could do is go ahead and play the tournament that's currently out. I'm going to have a go on this solo hype night and just see if we can rush some kids and see if we can get some easy kills. So it was now day 12 and I was in a tournament feeling pretty confident. It started out that my aim wasn't very warmed up clearly and I wasn't hitting my shots with an AR, which I soon noticed. I got into a couple build battles where I kind of sucked, not gonna lie. Ah. Oh, okay, W key, baby, W key. Oh. I was just trying to push as many people as I could to rack up my experience. I got a couple nice edits on some people and started to feel confident. Oh, mate. However, luck turned on me and I got sniped a bunch of times. And this is where I really started to know that my aim on an AR was horrific, and I turned to an RPG, of course. Okay. Right, so I think today's been a pretty good success. We got ourselves 10 points in this tournament. Though we only played like 3 games over 4 games. I can't really remember. We got like 10 points, which I think is pretty good for my first ever tournament on keyboard and mouse as well. Drop a like and comment down below if you want to see like 8 hours of me practicing on Arena and in the first tournament on keyboard and mouse. Okay, so it's been quite a while. I've been quite busy at school and things, and it's just gotten to the weekend. And it's now like day 17, I think, of the month. So like day 17, day 18, I believe. And today I think I'm just going to go ahead and practice in public matches. Let's hop into some pubs and just see how it goes. Okay. Oh no. Okay, that almost went. Oh, kid, that's a kid. Bro, you just ran straight past. Oh,
it was day 18 and I started picking up quite a lot of kills and I started feeling very confident in public matches.
Oh, okay.
I was getting a couple kills here and there, however I would still die.
I keep dying, bro. I can't. I keep dying. Hey, your boy's got a pan here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's the one, boy. Still. He says an AR.
The pancake must have done something to me because I started popping off.
Got one. But there's a kid on my ass. Running, boy.
However, obviously, all things come to an end and I got shot.
Alright guys, so it's been a while since I last recorded. Obviously I've been playing in the days between. However, I just record every like 5 days or so just to shorten down the video for you guys. So I think it's now around like day 25 or something like that. Day 24, something like that. So we're almost closing in on the month. And I thought we would go ahead and play some arena solos today. So let's see how that goes, play it slow and see how it goes.
So it was day 25 and it was arena time. My aim was pretty shaky, however I was still landing some shots with the shotgun.
Right now. Okay. Oh, okay.
I was getting pretty nervous with some of these kids, but I landed my shots nevertheless.
It's weak as hell, bro. Okay. Oh, okay, got him. I'm on him. Got him.
I felt really confident here where I won my first build battle, kind of.
Bro, there's kids.
Once again, just spraying people using my advantage of having an SMG.
Yo, come on. Yo, I got him with the trap. No. Got him. Bro, come back here, boy.
I was building less and trying to follow people more and just land my shots at this point.
Bro, I'm just spraying.
I started getting to the end game of this arena match and it started getting very stressful for me. I ran out of mats and I was having to hide under people's builds.
No, this kid's on me, dude. No. Okay, got one. No, I died to storm, dude. No. Okay, we actually almost just clutched up our first ever arena game while actually trying really hard. So I think that was a really good success. And I'm going to leave it there because I think that'll be good for today. And I'll see you in a couple more days. And it should be almost the end of the month. So I'm hyped to see how much progression we've made. And let's hop to the final day of the month. Okay, so today is finally the day that is around about a month that I've started my journey on keyboard and mouse from controller. And what I thought to do would be a great idea is to recap over all of the things, so speed run through like edit courses, arena, public matches, and all the stuff that I've played throughout the month and see how much better I've got at it. So then you can rewind throughout the video and compare them and see how much better you think I've got at them. So I'm going to start this off by going in an edit course.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, at this point I started to feel proper cracked and I was actually really enjoying playing on mouse and keyboard because I could finally do the edits that I used to be able to do on controller, but if not even faster, which felt amazing. Editing down has improved so much, and just all my edits in general have improved at this point. I started to do a little bit of tunneling.
Alright, so that is us done for the edit course, and let's move on to some arena or some public matches next.
I then started to play some public matches where I could actually compete against people and do well and get kills every single game.
Okay, buddy.
I started hitting shots that I didn't think I would be able to a month ago.
Nice aim. No, and we get destroyed. Okay, so this is my summary of what I think and how it went, my 30-day progression from controller to keyboard and mouse. Now, what I think, if you are going to switch, then I think a 30-day time period is completely perfect, and that's going to be getting you up to scratch on your building, your editing, and your aiming. Now, I don't think that you're going to be able to master everything in that time zone. However, I do believe that you can perfect some of the things such as building and editing perhaps. However, I think that aiming, you will have to take a lot longer to actually practice and master it, because I feel like the aim on a mouse is going to take a lot longer to practice because you don't have aim assist, so it's a lot harder to actually master the mechanics of a mouse and how to aim, such as coping with recoil and pulling down the mouse and that sort of stuff. So I think it's going to take years or even more months to actually get good with aiming on a mouse. However, I feel like building and editing is definitely possible in a month, and if you are looking to switch from controller to mouse and keyboard, then I definitely think it is worth it, because it can be done in a month. However, if you want to go watch my other video where I do it in a week, then that is actually how I did it in a week, and you can actually progress a lot in a week as well, where I think you can do some basic stuff in a week's time. However, I think a month is where it gets really good, and you can actually start to play at a level where you're actually enjoying the game, having fun, and not having to worry about what keybinds you're pressing, because you know what you're pressing all the time, because you're actually comfortable on a mouse and keyboard. Now, would I suggest this change if you are currently on a controller to keyboard and mouse? Now, I would say yes personally, because I've always wanted to switch to a mouse and keyboard, because I feel like there's endless possibilities on mouse and keyboard, because there's way many more binds you can go ahead and press, whereas a controller, you're always really limited. However, you do have aim assist at the end of the day on a controller, so that is a pull factor for that. However, like I said, another pull factor for a mouse and keyboard is that you've got unlimited possibilities, and there's always those softwares, things like where you can scroll, reel, edit, and things like that. There's just so many more possibilities on a keyboard and mouse. So that's why I personally chose to choose to switch, and also I feel like most pro players nowadays are on a mouse and keyboard, and there's only little amounts of people that are on a controller. For example, in the World Cup, I think there was like 3 controller players out of 100 people that qualified. So that just goes to show that I think mouse and keyboard is on top, and it's an alpha overall. So that's why I switched, and I think you guys should switch as well if you are contemplating it. And also make sure to subscribe if you want to see more journeys like this where I switch to mouse and keyboard, so you guys can stay up to date with my progress. And I also want to go ahead and train my aim, for example, by going in Kovacs for like 8 hours in a day and making a video on it. So subscribe and stick around on my channel if you are new, like I said. And make sure to smash a like if this video has helped you decide if you want to stay or if you want to switch onto mouse and keyboard. And comment your decision down below if you are going to switch or you're going to stay. Comment down below because I want to know. Anyways, guys, I hope I see you in future videos, as I worked hard on this one, and I guess I will see you all in the next one. Peace!